Ladies and gentlemen, the sun has now found its home in the western sky, and it is Saturday night in Tiger Stadium, home of the LSU Tigers, one of the great venues in college football. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the ACC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The offense lining up for a first down play. Here we go. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room, so important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Back to throw, it's Collins. And he intercepts it. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires the pass, intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
Really early in this game, you're seeing the ball hawks on both sides of the ball. Interception on the first drive of the game, and now they come out, and this defense gets a pick in return. There are a lot of dudes in the back end with speed and with the ability to close. What a phenomenal play by that young man just now to get the ball back to his offense.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Buys a little time. He makes the connection. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under heat, he gets rid of it. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, man, this quarterback is fast. You saw that on his ability to scramble around, but he wasn't fast enough to outrun that hit, and it was the hit that caused the incompletion.
Here they come on 2nd and 10 from the 47 after the incompletion. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Get it out on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back.
He's showing you his skills on that last throw. This guy's got arm talent and accuracy, man, and some of it's not coachable. And I think back to Jamarcus Russell and Joe Burrow, 2 former Tiger quarterbacks that were the first overall pick in the NFL draft. They had some of that too. They just had a feel for the position that you simply couldn't coach at the college level. This guy, man, he's got some serious tools, and he really helps make this offense dangerous.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Dropping back, it's Collins. Steps away to find some room. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Get set, get set. Slide 22, slide 22.
From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Now on 2nd down after the short completion. The hand to the running back. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this guy embodies.
At the 45 on his way. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got a lot of skill, guys. He's got speed, open field running ability. I think he's going to be a big part of the offense this season.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's looking deep. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, this defense has been outstanding in coverage early in this game. We're just in the 1st quarter. Of course, they already have an interception. They should have had their 2nd right there.
One final play before the end of the quarter. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. On third down, he drops to throw. Grab behind the line. It's Moore. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And they'll try to break the seal on the second quarter by putting 3 on the board. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Oh, and the attempt is no good. After the miss, no change in the score. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. That last one looked like a back-breaking drive, David, but they ended up punting.
Yeah, they put some plays together, put some yards together, but the most important stat is putting points on the board. And this offense has to finish, Jesse, when they get across that 50-yard line and start getting in scoring territory.
Yeah, there was some good execution, no doubt about it, but I think it's the critical down and distances, third down in particular. They've got to be better moving forward.
Snagged in the middle, it's Turner. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Third down coming up after that completion. Looking to pass, it's Collins. He's got it. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Across the 25, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
They'll run it on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win.
Touchdown LSU! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
LSU, 7, Clemson, 0.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. catch in the middle. It's more. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there, because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
The pitch. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, how's that for being aggressive? Early in the game, fourth down, in your own territory, and you go for it. And then your offense is able to come up with the big play, generate a ton of momentum, and stay on the field. That is impressive.
The Tigers with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. Clemson jumps to the line. To the air on first down. They're setting up the screen. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
He runs out of bounds at the 24-yard line. That's a first down for the offense.
He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. On to attempt the try.
With the grab and the score.
And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll start the return inside his spot. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down.
Will take over. First and 10.
On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go.
He lobs one high down the left side. Picked off. Trying to take it back. The 40. He's at the 30. Running inside the 20. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact...
Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, you always worry about turnovers in the first game, and for this young man, he's got to be able to turn the page. I know that was his first carry of the year. He puts it on the ground. That's the nightmare scenario, but you got to be able to wash that and flush it out. You got to be able to play the next play.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Back to pass, it's Collins. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. He's got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most.
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's going to pass. Dances away from the heat. He's going to run it. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs.
Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete. Almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 3rd down.
This quarterback is so lucky that ball wasn't picked off. Of course, he threw a pick on the last drive, and this one the defender dropped. This quarterback's got to get his act together.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, running back on the move. On the move is the 30. He's off to the races. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
LSU 14, Clemson 7.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll try the run. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
LSU 14, Clemson.
Got things teed up and just about ready to go here in the 2nd half. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Got a man. It's Brown. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those 1st downs. Get those big chunks.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And that pass intercepted. Would have loved to have gotten a big return out of that one, but they'll take it 1st down at the 40.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games.